So today we're going to do a sculpt and sweat workout. It's going to be 30 minutes long and we're going to be starting on the mat in a 4-point kneeling position. So for 4-point kneeling, I really want us to tuck and then round our spine just gently, taking some pelvic tilts, just looking for that neutral spine position, that natural curve. So somewhere in between the two. I want you to make sure that our hands are directly under our shoulders and our weight's kind of over those hands. Our knees are directly under our hips at hip distance apart. Lovely. So just checking your posture here. You're nice and straight through that neck, nice and long. We're going to go into our cat-cows. So kind of an exaggerated of what we were doing before. So we're starting with our cow. And then exhaling up, curving our stomach and out, rounding our upper spine into out. Keep going. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more. One more. Lovely. From here we're going to open up through our left hand, opening up our chest, looking at our hand behind us and then coming down and threading it under the other arm. So it's called thread the needle. Head and shoulder goes down to the mat. Inhale, coming back up, looking at that hand. Exhaling and threading that same hand through again. 2 more on this side. And last one, really opening up through that chest for me. And then coming back. Lovely. Coming back to center, we're going to start on the other arm. So you're going to go up, look at that hand, and then come through and thread the needle on this side. Coming back up, opening up through that chest, look at your hand, and threading. 2 more here. Remember our breathing, so it's inhaling through the nose and exhaling through pursed lips, coming back to center. Lovely. We're going to push back into a downward dog, so tuck your toes in and push back into downward dog for me. From here we're going to push forward into a plank and hover our left knee up off the mat and then coming back into downward dog. So exhale, hover that left knee for me, keep your neck nice and long. Inhale, push back. Engaging our core as we come forward into our plank, we're pushing in and upwards with our core, just feeling that sensation of our deep core muscles contracting. Keep going. 3 more on this side. Last one. And coming back to that downward dog, we're going to start on the other knee. So pushing forward to a plank, hover that right knee and back. Make sure your rib cage isn't flaring. As you come forward, your spine is still neutral. Keep going. 2 more here. Last one. Lovely. From here, I want you to take a quick rest, so coming down, just shaking out your arms for me. We're going to be going back into that downward dog. I feel like you guys might want a little rest on your arms because this next one's quite arm heavy. So pushing back up into that downward dog for me. Really pushing forward onto your tiptoes in that downward dog. Make sure your weight's under your hands. We're going to inhale, push down into a press up on those arms, exhale up. Inhale, exhale. If you find that difficult, you can be down here. But if you want to try and challenge yourself, you're doing it in downward dog. Let's do 4 more. Last one. And back down. And you can come down to your child's pose. Few breaths here. Lovely. Coming forward to lying on your belly for me. Great. We're going to push up into a cobra here. Really twisting over that spine, looking back up to the ceiling. Couple of breaths, relieving any tension in that back. That's great. From here we're going to be in a high plank. So weights over our hands, in line with our shoulders, into a high plank. We're going to tap our knee in, and then the other one. Kind of similar to what we were doing before. A nice exhale as we tap in, inhale out. Slow and controlled, squeezing that belly. Four more. Last one. And coming down. Back into 4-point kneeling for me, so your knees are down under your hips, your hands are under your shoulders. Lovely. Going to be doing some legs. So your left leg only to start with, we're going to kick back into a donkey kick. I'm sure you've all done this one before. So you're just kicking back. Lovely. Just a nice little pulse at the top there. 3 more, and then we're going to go into a full donkey kick. So now you're coming down and up and kicking it. Inhale in, exhale, squeezing your belly in and up, and kicking and squeezing that glute. Make sure you're not bending into that opposite hip too much. Nice neutral spine here. 2 more. Keeping it extended at the top for me, I want you to extend it out to straight, kick it back in and back down. Up, extend out, in and down. Inhale, kick up, exhale, extend, inhale in, exhale down. Keep going. Still squeezing that belly, pushing your navel to your spine. 3 more. Last one. Lovely. Lifting that leg up to extended for me. The opposite arm's going to come up and we're going to pulse here. Really engage that core to keep you stable. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. From here, I want you to collapse that right arm. So you're on your right forearm. Other arm is straight with a slight bend in it. Lovely. From here, I want you to kick up into that donkey kick, then take it to the side, kick into your elbow, back out and down. So it's inhale up, exhale, and down. Keep going through that. Squeezing that belly. 3 more. Last one. Shaking that out before we go on to the opposite side. Right. Now we have to do it all on the other side. That's the worst thing about doing single movements. I might need to move over a little bit. From here, just checking our spine is still neutral. You can take a few tilts. Checking our weight is still over our hands. From here, we inhale, exhale, donkey kick up, and just making a really slight movement here. Almost like we're pulsing it. Keeping straight through that neck. From here, taking it into the full donkey kick and back up. Make sure you're not bending into that opposite hip too much. I tend to make that mistake, really engaging that core to stop that from happening. Two more. Keeping it extended at the top for me, you're going to extend out to straight, back in and down. Keep going, squeezing that core every time. Two more. One more. Lovely. Taking that leg back up, extending it straight, opposite arm comes up, stay stable through that core, squeezing your core and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. Down, collapsing that left arm over. We're going to inhale, kick up, exhale, push in and back. So taking it in. I think you guys will probably remember the movement, but I don't know if you can see me that well. Up, into that elbow, back and down. Keep going. Three more. Two more. Last one. And back. Take a child's pose here. From here, rolling over to our back. So we'll be on our back now. Right. From here, just take a few of those pelvic tilts, looking for that neutral spine again. Am I in the frame? I think so. Just taking a few, looking for that kind of natural curve in your back. Lovely. Making sure our shoulders are away from our ears, our neck is nice and long, and our chin is tucked slightly in. Perfect, our rib cage is not flaring. We want to make a lower rib to hip connection here. So you're pushing that rib cage in and downwards. That's great. One of our legs is going to come to tabletop. We're going to start in this position, so we're like curved over that knee. Inhale. Exhale and straighten out. Inhale back in. Just like a little crunch. Making sure our torso isn't pushing upwards, our ribcage isn't flaring. We're nice in that mat even as we come down. If that means you need to go a bit lower with that leg, do that. 3 more. Last one. Replacing that leg and starting on the other. Nice and slow and controlled. And taking that knee back down. From here, walking your heels up to your bum, giving them a tickle and taking one step out. I'm going to go in to our shoulder bridge. Take a big inhale at the bottom, exhale, tucking our spine under and pushing up with our glutes and through our heels until we're in a bridge, making sure our knees, our hips and our shoulders are all in the same plane. You're not overextending, you're not underextending, we're all in one line. Taking a nice big inhale at the top, exhaling, starting with our upper spine, pressing down, then our lower spine, then our pelvis comes down, and then taking an inhale here and pushing up from the lower spine up to the upper spine. So I really want you to think about that vertebrae separating like a pearl necklace, the pearls coming away from each other. Inhale, exhale. So do it really slowly, not how we do in the gym. Inhale, exhale, tuck and up. Making sure you're taking that extra inhale at the top before you exhale down. To get the most out of Pilates, we need to be breathing and breathing through the movements properly. Lovely. We have got 4 more here. Last breathe. Squeezing those glutes, squeezing that core. Last one, make it your best one. Big inhale, exhale, tuck that lower spine to upper spine. I want you to hold it at the top here on that inhale for me, and I want you to take it back down to halfway. So not coming down to the mat now, just halfway, and from here, exhale upwards. So inhale down, exhale upwards on this one, just to halfway. Inhale, exhale. Exhale, squeezing your glutes tight, squeezing your stomach in throughout this whole movement. Let's do 6 more. Keep squeezing those glutes for me. Last one. I want you to hold it at the top here and pulse. Just at the top. Nice, squeezing that core, squeezing those glutes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly roll down from your upper spine to your lower spine for me. That's great. On this one, I want you to take your left leg to tabletop for me. I'm going to be doing a shoulder bridge again, but our left leg is going to be in tabletop. Inhale to prepare, exhale coming up. Extend your leg out for me, and back in, and coming down. Up, extend it out, in, coming down. So we're exhaling up, inhale, lengthen that leg, exhale, pushing it back in, inhale, coming down. Core nice and tight, make sure your hips are staying level with each other. Keep going. We have 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Back down, taking that leg down. Bringing that right knee to tabletop. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lifting, make sure your hips are level, extend out, back in and down. Squeezing those glutes, squeezing that core, it will help you stay stable as well. Just 3 more. Sorry, I lied. Now it's 3 more. 2. Last one. And back down for me. Lovely. Taking your knees in for a hug here for me. And just a gentle rock. We're going to be doing some abs now. Staying on your back for me, I'm just moving the workout. Lovely. From here, our back is going to be down. Our knees are going to go into tabletop. So just checking that your ears and your shoulders are away from your ears for me. Your rib cage isn't flaring and you've still got that lovely neutral spine. Legs go back into tabletop. We're going to inhale. Exhale, abduct that left knee. Inhale back in. Exhale, abduct that right knee. Inhale back in. Just as far as you can come. I don't want you to be moving too much through your hips. That both your hips are staying stable on that ground for me. Through your bum. Keep going, squeezing that belly every time. Your shoulders are down on the mat, but you should still feel, by squeezing in and upwards with that belly and pelvic floor, you should still feel that sensation that your core is working. Keep going. One more. Lovely. From here, staying in tabletop, I want you to raise your neck into abdo prep, so you're up into that crunch. You're going to push down with one toe, tapping down, and back up. Nice and long through that neck. So tapping down on the exhale and back up. Squeezing that belly in and upwards. Keep going. Make sure you're not flaring through that rib cage. Your spine is neutral. Four more. You can hear the water in my belly moving around. And that's lovely. Taking them back down for me. We're going to be doing one-legged stretch from here. So our one-legged stretch is we're going to be in abdo prep, like so. Our knee is going to be in tabletop, just our left knee. We're going to exhale, extend that, head comes down, and back up. Just on that one side. Exhale, bring it all in. Inhale, extend. Two more. Last one. And swapping to the other side for me. Keep going, not flaring through that rib cage. Four more. Last one. And placing that back down. The next one's quite horrible. We have done it before. It's the stretch leg grab, so both your legs are on the floor, you're lying downwards. We're inhaling to repair, we're exhaling, coming up into like a V and grabbing that ankle and back down. Really slow and controlled. Take a rest if you need. Just a 2-second rest and then back to it. Let's do 4 more. Two more. And last one. And coming back down, taking a long stretch out here for me. Pushing up to seated position. Lovely. So we're cross-legged here. Make sure that your shoulders are back and down and you're in a nice long position. I'm going to take our arms by our waist. If you did my workout the other day, then you're not going to like this bit. This is the arm part of today's session. Make an inhale, exhale, raise them to shoulder height. Inhale down. Squeezing that belly in. Still sending that navel to spine. Just because we're working the arms doesn't mean we forget the core. Keep going. From here, opening your arms and back in. Like you're opening and closing windows. Keep going. On the next one, keep them open for me. Pulse up. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing your core in. From here, pulling your arms up and down. Just to shoulder height. And from here, pressing into your back, so you're squeezing your back now. Your elbows are coming into your waist and back. Really feeling that squeeze in the upper back. I know it might start to feel quite achy. Just push through that pain. That means it's working. Nice and slow. From here, taking them back up to your shoulders. Straighten your arms for me. I want you to circle forward. Nice and slowly. And now the other way. You stay there. It's just telling me we've only got 10 minutes. Lovely. From here, I want you to flip your palms up so they're facing upwards and then down. Keep going. I know this bit's spicy. Keep going. Don't put them down if you can. From here, pointing them down and then back up. Turning your palms to face behind you, I want you to push back and in, back and in, back and in, back and in. 3, 2, 1, and you can take your arms in and give them a hug for me. Amazing. Let's do a quick stretch from here. I want you to take your hands and face them towards the back of the room. Take an inhale, Exhale, push up through that upper back. Eye line goes to the ceiling. Couple of breaths here. Well done. Nearly 1 week in. Lovely. Taking that left hand, facing it forward, taking that right hand, facing it back. Inhale, take them up onto your fingertips. Exhale, rotate through that spine, facing the back of the room. Couple of breaths here. Coming back to center, swapping it round for me. And facing the other side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Exhale, back to center for me. Grab that left arm and pull it into you. Right arm, sorry. Couple of breaths. Swapping to the other side. Coming on to your back, placing your leg over the other one, pushing it to tabletop and pulling it inwards towards you, squeezing out those glutes. Squeezing, stretching. And swapping over for me to the other side. Amazing. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you feel like you need an extra stretch, then go and redo one of our stretch and mobility workouts. But yeah, you're done for today.